Hello everyone, welcome back for the pyramid base tutorial section. So here you can see I already made my first swirl and I made it the height of the slab base that I have here. So as you can see, I'm measuring out the height and it's roughly about 1.2 centimeters. So you want to make sure whatever swirl or design you're going to do in the front or even in general on the base, it reaches that 1.2 centimeter, because the whole purpose of the base is to lift up that pyramid for your piece that goes inside of it, whether it's a slab, a plate, a circle, star, whatever it is. You're just trying to add height. So if you haven't already watched the calculation portion, I highly recommend it, because that's what's going to give you your measurements for the whole base as a whole. So right here, I'm just trying to straighten out the wire a little bit so I can go ahead and make my measurement for my base sides. As you can recall, my length was roughly about 71 millimeters per side. So that's what I'm doing. I'm measuring out 28.4 centimeters. And then on top of that, I added a total of 10 extra centimeters for the decoration or swirl on the front. So total, what I measured out and cut here was 38.4 centimeters. For the next part, you're going to take into account that you have two swirls in your front, or two pieces of decoration in the front. So you want to make sure that your decorations are as close to the middle as possible. Now, my sides are 7.1 centimeters in length. So I decided to do 3.5 centimeters per side that has the swirl or decoration. So you see me here making my 3.5 and then bending it. I know I'm gonna have that 0.1 centimeter gap in the front, but that's okay. I actually welcome it, because I feel like at the time I felt like it was gonna be cute having that little gap. So keep in mind when you're doing your front, each piece needs to be half the size of the length, or kind of in the middle when making that angle or bend. So the rest of the sides, you're going to be measuring out whatever your length of your base is. For me, it is 7.1 centimeters. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is measure out the 7.1 centimeter to go around the base. Okay, so I actually made a mistake when I was measuring it out. I was not taking into account the width of the wire itself, and I went over that in the previous tutorial piece, is that you definitely have to account for the width of the wire, which is the 18 gauge is 1.024 mm. So I wasn't taking into account, and you see how snug it fits on the base? I actually don't want that, and you're not going to want that as well when you're decorating the base, because you have to take into account that you're going to be wrapping that 24 gauge wire around the 18 gauge wire. So you need extra space to accommodate that. So I realized I made a mistake. I'm showing it here. Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. The pliers that I'm using here are like a silicone coated or silicone piece plier, and that helps with straightening back out the wires. It's not a necessity for this DIY. But if you're going to get into wire making, just believe that you will be making mistakes. And this is a really nice set that I had gotten that actually helped to take bends out of wires. So I'll link that down below. I got it off of Amazon, but I wanted to show that portion. You're not going to be completely perfect, and that's okay. So I went back and remeasured correctly my side lengths. So what I mean by measuring correctly is that my 7.1 centimeter length is going to not include any part of the 18 gauge wire. So it's completely inside of the base piece that will be 7.1 centimeters in length. swirl is done, base outline done. Next is to expand upon your creativity with your base design. For me, I decided that I wanted to create a little like curly Q that will be installed at the corners. And as you can see with my fingers moving, it's going to be wider at the bottom and meet up at the top corner of the pyramid base. So I'm going to create those. I measured out initially 4 centimeters. However, when I started making my little curly Q things, I realized that 4 centimeters was too long, so I ended up dialing it back to 3.5 centimeters. Here I am going to just let everything else play out. You won't be hearing me until the end. Like I said, unleash your creativity. You can do what I did, or you can create something completely different and that fits more so you. So just play around and have fun with it. look at her. She is so gorgeous. Look at the finished product. I am so happy. I couldn't be happier. It took a lot of time, and I'm sure yours is going to take a lot of time too. So just revel in the feeling of euphoria that this is something that you have made. So we're going to give a whole full view of the pyramid from start to finish. It's gorgeous. I can't wait for you to make your own. And thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.